Alright guys, so I have a small impromptu video today of this HTPC slash LAN PC or travel PC, kind of a little bit of everything, but it started off originally as a kind of work off of my home theater PC. It has an ASRock B450 motherboard with a 2200G with this Noctua L9i system. It has 16 gigabytes of ADATA RAM, and it's got this amazing 100 or 250 direct plug kind of off-brand PSU. So it's a nano PSU, and it only has a 4-pin, but we have a 4-pin to 8-pin CPU connector tucked up in here. And this system runs wonderful for streaming small games or something like that. We have Wi-Fi antenna, so it can a little bit go anywhere, and it goes with a 12-volt laptop adapter right out here. But as you can see, this bottom is completely empty. I've cut out the bottom of the N1 show pin to shove a RX 580 in the back right here. As we can see, we have the PCIe cable extender come out and connect right here to this HP Omen single fan RX 580. It's a 4 GB brand, and since we have a single slot or kind of single slot I/O back here, we have an HDMI, 3 display ports back here, and you can access them through the case in the back. We're able to shove this system, and as you can see, this system is extremely skinny. So it works wonderful for an HTPC, be shoved into a entertainment center, or it can be used as a LAN PC, as it's wonderful for travel. So what we're going to do is, unfortunately, we've gone through the build process, and it was just kind of off the hook mod and put in. So I didn't get any video of that, unfortunately. But in this video, we're just going to see what this PC can do. We're going to run through some benchmarks with the 2200G and the RX 580. As you get to see, is the I/O. This isn't completely fixed, but you can easily access that. I'm going to be touching that up and opening this up a little bit more and repainting it so it looks better. But let's see what this can do. So when we load up the system, we have to get a slight undervolt on our RX 580 that's stuffed into the N1 show pin. So what we need to do is, what we steadily did is we went into AMD's Radeon settings, the Wattman, and just ran the Heaven benchmark at 100%, so the GPU's max, and just slowly dipped down the voltage until we had a crash. So we were able, I believe it was at 1018, so 1.018 volts. So we dropped down to 990 millivolts, which is wonderful, which is a gigantic boost, which also keeps our GPU at max under around, I believe, around 100 watts, which is wonderful, especially since the Molex connector to PCIe adapter, that only herds a certain amount of wattage. So keeping that wattage under as much as possible will be able to allow us to have great stability. Alright, first game we're going to start off in is Apex Legends, and since we have the live feed here, we are going to be able to see our FPS in the top right hand corner. So that will be extra exciting. You might not be able to see as much of the game audio since I am wearing a headset. So what we're going to be doing is playing a game and see what we can do with some Apex Legends. So in this screen, we're getting a great 144 FPS. We have to use fraps because for some reason the MSI Afterburner benchmarking test doesn't like to run on Apex Legends. I guess it's a part of that anti-cheat kind of situation. But it looks like we're going to get some hardcore players. So right off the bat, we're already getting 90 FPS just off the drop shit, and it's looking amazing. I believe we're on probably around the highest settings. I'm going to drop immediately. Just try to get as much into the game as possible. And we're getting a smooth 90 FPS with the 2200G and the RX 580. I'm going to go off right here. And this Wraith. Oh, got to it before me. Looks like there's some people to the left. So I'm going to run up here. Let's see if we can grab somebody just right off the bat. Oh, it looks like there's somebody right there. Oh, God. I'm going to die. Yep. Immediately died. I got caught up in a crossfire, so unfortunate about that. But we're getting a smooth 70 to 100 FPS in such a small system. That is wonderful, and I'm going to get knocked out. But let's see if we can get another game so where we get more extensive. All right, so this game, I am first to pick, so I get to get my main lifeline. I don't play this game as much as I would like to, but lifeline is definitely a main. And so the GPU does ramp up a bit, but with headset, it is almost unable to be heard. So, which is wonderful. So we'll get into this game and see if we can get a little bit better kind of results. Champion 19 kills. Not bad. So I guess they won last game or something. And we're going to drop real quick. I'm going to jump right here. So, jumping solo. I'm going to jump right here. So, it looks like our team is dropping with us. But, looks like there's some people to the south that we can target real quick. Oh, they went that way. I'm actually going to get in right here. Oh, it looks like there's a lot of people over here. This might have been a mistake. So I'm going to turn around, go this way. Got me a helmet. Some frag grenades. See if we can get a gun real quick. Let's hope. Okay. Got me a R301. I'm okay with that. And a burst. Oh, that would have been extremely helpful. Ooh, a triple take. I think somebody is here. Somebody's like right outside. Okay, there's somebody. Let's see if we can pick up a kill real quick. Got to get some good damage on him. Let's see if we can jump back up. We launch a smoke. See if we can get outside. There we go. We got the kill. Got the kill. Let's see if we can get that knockout. Okay. There we go. Got that kill. It looks like they got a skull piercer. Got some heavy syringe. I'll take that instead of the arc star. So I'll take this right now. Let's see if we can run over and get some more action. Run back to the team. But let's launch the actual benchmark this time and see if we can get some actual numbers. I am the worst shot in the world. Repeat. There's somebody behind me. And I am battering in this guy's face. Oh my goodness. Battery in his face. Just jumping around. Oh, that was great. Alright, second game we're testing is Division 2. And unfortunately, it seems like this game does not like Fraps or MSI Afterburner. So what we're going to do is we've turned on the FPS counter from Uplay. And I don't know if you guys can see it in the top left-hand corner, but I'll keep track of that. This game does have some stuttering with loading. I don't know if it's lately patches have been trying to fix that lately, but our loading has been extremely slow. But this progress screen has been going really well, but it's been choppy lately. It's been kind of freezing. I know at the start, the Ubisoft logo. But right now, we load in, and let's see with our settings. We're in the low 50s right now, but I believe we're in extremely higher settings. So we're in custom. Yeah, it looks like everything's high. VSync is off. We're at ultra settings for shadow spot. We can turn that to high. Let's see if we can turn everything to high, except for reflection. You know what? Let's start with the high. Why not? High vegetation, 16 interscope. Let's turn that to ×2, just because that is always a good. Ambient occlusions, turn it to high. Parallax map. We might need to restart. Hopefully we do not. No, we don't. So it's wonderful. So that'll save. Looks like everything's on high, and we automatically jumped up to over 60 FPS, but walking around, we're getting around 50. So let's grapple down here. As we're in the mid 50, it jumped up to 70 there. So I'm okay with a mid 50 or a high 50 to mid 60 FPS. We'll see if we can get some action going, just to see if we can get a huge frame rate drop or some kind of bottlenecking or something. We may have to jump to the map to see what the best place to go. There's a huge stronghold. There's a control point that we can jump to. So let's see if we can get there. And, oh, that's on the other side of the planet. Open up. So we have to walk through the safe zone. Oh, this is an exit too. As we had a small drop in FPS there, it went to the high 40s. But with a game that looks as amazing as this, I wouldn't blame it. Look. And the GPU is still utterly quiet. Right now, even taking off my headset. But I bet after playing this game for a little bit, we can cut to the live feed audio, which is the feed right here that you can see my hand waving in. And we will see if we can get some audio from that feed and see what it's like there. But we'll jump ahead. All right, it looks like we're here. It looks like there's some bad guys to kill. So let's get in there. Oh, there's a guy right here. What? Thank you. I will take that headshot. And it looks like we got some stormers. Take that guy out. Oh, looks like there's a group to the left of this strong control point. So that might be why there's some extra guys here. Let's see if we can get in. Take out. There's one. There's an elite right there. Let's see if we can throw a grenade. I think I completely missed on that grenade. I think it's a teammate, right? Yeah. Looks like this guy up high. Oh, there's some guys to the left and right, so that might be why. Got a good headshot there. Avoided that grenade. Let's see if we can charge in, since I got the shield. So let's charge in. It looks like there's a guy right here. That is the elite. That is something you not want to run into. Peek around the corner, get that headshot. Might need to switch to my automatic weapon. So got that kill. Guy right there. Another one right there. See if we can reload behind the shield. Come on, peek your head out. That shield helping a lot. Let's pop him off. Let's, oh, as he pops that, I might go down here. Take out that elite. Oh, take that guy out. Come on, come on, come on. It looks like there's a heavily armored hostile. It looks like he's behind me. Oh, I might go down. I might go down. Let's see if we can pull the shield out right before we take cover. Take cover, take cover, take cover. Come on, come on. Oh, let's see if we can heal up, heal up, heal up, heal up. As we're taking a lot of damage. Holy cow. Take that guy out. Holy cow, there's a lot of people here. But honestly, this game is extremely playable. It's running very smoothly. I haven't seen some major dips or even spikes. Let's see if we can take that guy out from a distance with the sub machine gun. So I'm going to heal up again. Right in the open, which isn't smart at all. Take it out with the automatic. It looks like they rushed us from behind, that is the heavily armored opponent. That is, let's see if we can get behind the shield, reload, 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 as we both reload in each other's faces. Alright, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that. I'll loot all. As you might have had a small drop there, but in tight corners, we're getting great FPS, mid-60s. It looks like up in the open, we're getting around mid-40s, high 40s, low 50s. So that seems like a good rate. Honestly, I would play this game more and more, especially with action like this. This is wonderful. We got a guy right here. But I think that's it. I'm gonna take out this last guy. I think right here, and I think that's gonna do it for me for this game. Oh, he's up high. Reload. All right. So that's a wonderful benchmark. This game runs wonderful, and that GPU is still dead silent. So wonderful. Got 5 headshots in that. Awesome. So let's move on to the next game. So the last 2 games we're going to be playing is offline games, so mainly single-player games. And this first one is Fallout 4, running at high FPS, or high settings, ×2 anti-aliasing, and window borderless. So unfortunately, Fallout 4 does have automatic VSync, but we'll jump in here into my hardcore save, so which isn't very far into the game, but we'll see how it goes as we are getting that solid 60 FPS. You can see that solid line there on the frame times and the frame rate. So I believe we can start that, but we'll get into some fights and see what our frame rate jumps to. But we are automatically low health. Holy cow. Holy cow, I completely forgot how to do everything. Alright, 0. Press 0. Use a stim pack. Okay. Got that kill. 0 again. Use another stim pack. As a gradual heal over time. Zooming in and out of death. See if we can run over here. But we're getting that steady 60 FPS. I believe offline games are just as important as online games. Especially, looks like we got some good armor there. Especially for portable PCs. Sup, Mr. Minuteman. But yeah, I believe they're extremely important for games like this. We'll pick up that laser musket and see if we can jump into our inventory and equip that. Pipe pistol, nope, we want this laser musket. But overall, I mean, even in the short amount of time playing this game, you can already tell that 60 FPS is going to be locked, and with the 2200G and everything, as we got a level up there, and it looks like we got extremely high charisma and luck, so, and intelligence, so we could always go intelligence a little bit more. We'll accept that. But I think that'll do it. We know 60 FPS, it's not even using a lot of the GPU, but we will get out of here and load up to the next game, and it's another offline game. We'll see how that runs as well. Alright, our last offline game is Mass Effect Andromeda. This is a wonderful single-player game, and like I said, offline games, I believe, in a portable PC are just as important as those online games, battle royales, and such. And since our cutscenes in this game aren't locked to a certain FPS, we're gonna jump through some of this dialogue as we're getting a good 60, mid-60, or high 60s, mid-70s FPS, and in certain other situations we're jumping up all the way up to 100. We can run a benchmark. I've started it right now, so we'll see what those FPS. I'll show those right now, and we'll go through this little bit of tutorial because this is a wonderful game. I believe the trilogies is one of my favorite games. So I haven't really gotten into this one because I haven't had a lot of time to jump into a full-fledged single-player game. But we'll see what this is. As our GPU is slowly climbing since we're doing 100% of the load there, which is great because we're not seeing that extreme bottlenecking that the CPU happens sometimes. As we're going to choose just a lighthearted reaction. But we're getting that 90 watts, especially, which is great for that undervolt that we had at 990 millivolts running through that Molex adapter to 6-pin PCIe. So staying under that 100 watt is great. Alright, we're able to skip ahead to where some of the action is right here, as we're getting a high FPS right there, which is completely unnecessary since it's a little cutscene. But we'll cut to right here, which is a little bit more action, and see what the FPS is like. I believe I'll get control of my character for a brief second right here. We'll get to see what the FPS is like. So it's not one of the best things, but we'll get to see a slight FPS. We're getting the mid-70s, which is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. But I think that'll do it for us for the last benchmark. So we'll load up and we'll talk about the system. So the 12-volt power brick right here that is extremely close to the laptop connector. The system runs extremely well and can be shoved into a backpack. I can even show some B-roll of that. But I think our only kind of extension or kind of fix to the remaining of the system is being able to shove a bigger PSU, as we got a lot of open space down here. We could shove a fan or something, since we have some ventilation right here, maybe a 40mm fan right here, or we could shove a HDplex 400 watt nano PSU down here to get rid of our kind of limited power adapter right here. I know the system, the 12-volt system right here, so the max wattage we can use is 250, and I believe with this RX 580 4GB, which only peaks at around 110 watts, 120 watts, I believe it's at 110 after our undervolt that we discussed. The system only peaks around 210, 220 watts. So this may be a 160 watts rebranded as 250 as it knows its peak values. But if we can shove a 400 watt system down here, we could possibly overclock the 2200G to get rid of some of those CPU bottlenecks, and we can turn to a higher wattage 19-volt laptop adapter. But overall, I think this is a wonderful build, and I'm definitely going to be using this in future travels, either offline or future LAN parties. And I'm super excited about that. And if you guys want to hear everything else, or if you have any suggestions on what I can do, we do have some copper heat sinks to passively cool this PSU, because it does get a little hot on this MOSFET up here. But again, if you guys like this build or like this video, please leave a like and comment your thoughts. If you want to see more builds like this, please subscribe, because I have unlimited ideas. And next video is going to be extremely exciting. It's going to be a big one. So stay tuned, and this is definitely tech.